promise never fails. All the road your hope prevails.
You're the love that never ends. You never end.
Oh, 1, 2, here we go.
I have hope that overflows like a flood rushing through my soul. I have peace now that I know.
You are my
You
hope.
are my hope that overflows. I have hope that overflows like a flood rushing through my soul. I have peace now that I know.
You are.
You are my hope that overflows. Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. In His great mercy, He has given us new birth into a living hope.
I have hope.
Through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil or fade, kept in heaven for you.
Let's go.
I have hope that overflows like a flood rushing through my soul. I have peace now that I know.
You are my hope.
You are my hope that overflows. I have hope
Come on, everybody. Put your hands together. Come on.
rushing through my soul. I have peace now that I know.
You are.
You are my hope that overflows.
You are my hope.
You are my hope that overflows.
Come on, give Jesus a shout of praise. He's worthy.
Getting myself on your screens wherever you are, it's a privilege to serve you wherever you are. This is the Gospel Hype, and God is taking us from place to place. If you've just joined us, this is the only place you need to be for your life to be headed on for the better. Today again, I have got guests from the Cornerstone New City Church, and these are the youth in that church, and all they do is talk about love. Now, mixing the youth with love is something else. But when they talk about love, you cannot fail to put your head together. I'm grateful to see you. Who is a youth pastor amongst you?
All of us.
All of you are youth pastors. All right, youth pastor, how you doing?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
I'm actually Chuanuka.
Achilles Chuanuka.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Achilles.
to meet you.
Great. How you doing, my dear? No, you're speaking so soft. Look, you cannot be a youth pastor when you're speaking like that. You gotta speak louder. Praise the Lord.
Praise Him.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you good?
Yeah.
I love the way you look.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to go a little bit for particular, but let me just leave it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Praise the Lord.
My name
What's your name?
I'm called David Bravo.
David Bravo.
Yeah.
Okay. My dear, I did not pick up your name.
I'm called Irene.
Irene.
Yes.
Now, all of you come from Cornerstone New City Church.
Yes.
Tell me about Cornerstone.
Cornerstone New City Church. We are located in Bwebaja, that is just near Arkwright Stage. That's where God has put us. It's actually near. There's a school. It's called
Giant
Panda.
Giant Panda Kindergarten.
Okay.
Just below down there. That's where we're serving God from.
Okay, who is the pastor?
Our
Pastor
Daniel
Daniel Kisa.
Daniel?
Yeah,
Chisa.
Daniel Kisa.
Daniel Chisa.
Yes.
All right. Tell me. Now, you say you want to come and talk about love. The year has just started. We're going to talk about love.
Yeah.
Tell me about love.
Well, when we talk about love, the first thing we have to talk about is God. Because actually God himself is love.
Okay.
And actually God is the author of love.
Okay.
You cannot love when you don't have God.
Okay.
Listen, when God created the world, he created it so beautiful that he loved it.
Okay.
Because he said he created, because the earth was formless. And
All
when
right.
he created it, he saw that what he did was good.
Yes.
Because when something is good, actually you have to love it. That means God loved what he did.
Okay.
And God is the one that started love. So, for you to love, you have to love God. You cannot love when you don't have God. Because he says that, because when the Bible says that for God so loved the world, he gave his son.
So to love, to give.
To love, you give. And love, it has to have action. Because you cannot just speak without an action. Because that means if God gave, when we love, we have to give.
Tell me about love.
Love. Okay, in my own perception, love is something that is within you. Something that cannot be seen, but you just feel it inside of you. Now, like for maybe when I turn it to the Bible.
So love is not tangible.
Love is not tangible, but
Okay.
it's expressed in things that can be tangible.
Okay.
Like physical
Love is not
things.
tangible, it
Yes.
is expressed.
Yeah, love, you
Okay.
just express it.
Okay.
But in those expressions that you make, love can be made physical by you doing something to someone to show that you love them. Because it's inside, they can't feel it, but you do feel it for them. And that person cannot see the love inside of you, but you feel it and you can tell someone that I love you. But then they may not be sure. So sometimes you may need to show something that you love them. Maybe like you go on, like maybe you do something for them or you give them something. Like maybe you can buy, now like these things of buying things for someone, you can buy someone anything to show them that you love them.
So when I show I love you, I should buy something.
No, exactly. Sometimes it doesn't mean that you have to buy for me something or you need to do something, but sometimes the way you act, your way to me.
Yeah. What can I show? What can I do to show you that I love you?
Sometimes the way you approach me, the way you treat me,
The way I walk towards you?
yes. Sometimes even the way you treat me.
Do I need to walk bouncing?
No,
Do I need to walk straight?
no,
Do I need to crawl?
no. The way you walk towards me is kind of a respect, kind of respectful to me. It shows me that you love me.
The way I walk towards you.
Yeah.
I wish I had a very wide angle of camera. I would stand up and we just walk, and I just want to see how I can show love when I'm walking. You know, but yeah, you know, come on here, come here. I just want to see how. Okay, now, supposing it's you,
Yes.
that it's I'm meeting you, so I come bouncing like this. That show that I'm loving you.
No,
Okay, now, okay, I become serious.
no,
Okay, what shows that I'm loving you? I come like this.
no. Sometimes. Maybe that smile you put on, but not kind of the way you walk,
Okay,
but just your facial expression sometimes may portray what is inside your heart. Even your
So,
body language.
my body language.
Yes.
How should my body language depict my love towards you?
Sometimes it's like the way you present yourself, the first impression I get when I look at you.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes you may put on a smile, but
But I'm lying?
yes, when you're lying.
So some smiles do lie.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm getting this. All right. Tell me what's your version of love?
To me, I think like love is just a feeling.
Love is just a feeling. Okay. All right. Explain that.
Like you feel it within you. It's just a feeling within you. Like you have to express it after feeling it. Then you express it physically to someone you love.
How?
How like maybe the care you show to them, the care. Like when you call someone when maybe like that person is sick. Like maybe when you call them, that care you show them. Maybe it expresses how much you love them.
If you've just joined us, we're just having a moment with the Cornerstone City, New City Church youth, and we're talking about love, expression of love, and they believe as the year is just starting, you need to show some love.
Yes.
You need to love. You just because my first speaker said God is love,
God is love.
and my second speaker said expressed. It is not felt. It's inside, and you say love is just a feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what are those actions of love that one needs to do this year in order to stay in love?
Actions of love. First things first, like you said, God is love. Love should be caring.
Caring.
Yes. The
Caring.
people around you, in the society you are in, Do you care for the people you live with? Do you care for the people in your community?
Explain care. What do you
Care.
mean by care?
Let's say you have people at your home.
Okay.
You know, there are people who are living in the same place, in the same area, but they don't greet each other.
Oh, okay.
There are people who are staying in the same area.
So
they
to
don't
greet
talk.
someone shows care.
It shows care. If somebody
Okay.
is sick,
Okay.
you know, you could be like me who is renting. I could be renting somewhere, and you know, there are people who you can have a sick person where you live, and nobody cares. Somebody's inside their house is sick, and nobody cares. But if you show some care, go ask
By
that
doing
person,
what?
"How
By
you
going to
doing?"
greet them?
Not greeting, but to check on them. How are you doing? See, it shows care. Giving is also love. It shows care to the needy people. There are people on the streets. You can find people with broken legs, with all those sorts of problems.
When people are doing campaigns, they give. They give a lot of sweets, they give a lot of money, they give a lot of things, goodies. Does that show care and love?
For sure.
Here we go.
Sometimes no, because those things are sometimes meant to seduce them to vote for them, but not exactly love.
So we can say giving is not necessarily love.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, we're voting your thing out. We're voting it out. We're voting it out. We're voting. So giving is not necessarily love.
Yes.
Tell me your version.
My version of giving,
Love.
of love. Love to me is being mindful of someone,
Okay.
like taking care of how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe when you're having someone or friend or like a friend or a friend, you have to take care of how they feel. Sometimes someone may be sick, sometimes someone may be okay, but you need to mind of how they are feeling.
Ah.
Yes.
Mind about how someone
It's feeling.
is feeling.
Yes.
So to love is actually to deny yourself
Yes.
and give the feeling to someone else.
Yes.
Yes, add on something.
To me, I think like it depends because like you have three different types of love.
Oh, it depends now. You're out. Okay.
Because you have the eros love, that is love between different sexes, and we have the agape love between love and God. And
Let's go slowly. The first one is
eros.
Eros love.
Yeah,
What is
between
Eros love?
Eros love is love between different sexes, between male and female. That's eros, erotic.
Okay, so that's like me and her.
Yeah, that's eros.
So which leads to sexual intercourse.
Not
Is that right?
Not really,
Okay, now explain it.
because I think like to me, sex not all about sex. Love is not all about sex, and sex not all about love.
Okay, so Eros, if I love him, it is not
That's
Eros.
not eros. Different sexes.
Different sexes.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because like in the Bible, like God created man to love a man to love a woman, not man to love fellow man.
Yeah, but I love a woman because of what I don't have.
Like, excuse me?
I love a woman because of what I don't have.
Yeah, but erotic.
What does erotic lead to?
Erotic leads to, most of the times leads to maybe like when you the two of you come together.
Okay, yeah, but man, the two of us come together. Yes, me and her.
Yeah, maybe like you have plans of getting married. So yeah.
I'm getting different versions of love, and we're just enjoying this erotic kind of love between me and a woman, or between a man and a woman. And I'm just giving these guys a very difficult time because I want them to clearly explain to you what love is all about. But you need some love this year. You need to love someone. And that's what we're trying to elaborate from Cornerstone New City Church. We're going to play a music break. We're coming back still with Cornerstone. Don't go away. This is Gospel Hype. And we're going to wrap it up, actually. But I want you to be specific and tell us exactly love that you mean between a male and female.
Like the love I can show to this one, it's not like the same type of love I can show to you.
Okay.
Like I can love this one in a different way.
How?
Like my actions.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can kiss her. I can.
That's exactly what I said before.
Yeah,
That leads to sex.
yeah,
Sex is not bad
yeah. It's not bad.
if you do it with the right person.
At the right time.
It's not bad. You know, just say it. I know you're a youth, you're not married.
Yeah, of course.
And you're not married.
Yeah.
You're not married.
I'm not married.
And that's why I'm playing with you, because what do you know about love?
You don't need to go to school actually to know about
To
love.
learn love, yes.
Because love, as I said, it starts with God, and God created us because He created us with emotions.
Okay.
So you don't need to go to school to learn about emotions. It comes naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as you have God, you have love.
Yes.
You have love.
As long as you have God. Do you have such moments in your church where you sit down people and you only discuss this kind of love? Because I've seen in my country, Uganda, people have shied away from love. Relatives kill each other for property.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of dubious things that are happening. There's no love. That intimate relationship that does not necessarily lead to sex or whatever, but the love for humanity is not there. It's dying. People do dubious things to walk away with profit. Do you have moments that you sit down in your church and explain to the youth, explain to other people about love?
Sure.
When?
Thursdays,
Every Thursday, there's a youth meeting.
we have a youth meeting.
Not necessarily talking about love,
but
but
we have different topics that we talk about.
okay.
But there is a scripture I wanted to share.
Please read it.
It is in 1 John
1 John,
and chapter 4,
yes,
verses 20.
yes.
It says, if anyone boasts, I love God, and goes right on hating his brother or sister, thinking nothing of it, he is a liar. If he won't love the person he can see, how can he love God he can see? See? The command we have from Christ is blunt. Loving God includes loving people. You have got to love both.
Two, you have to love God.
And
This is the horizontal axis. And then you have the vertical axis, which is between man.
Yes.
So everybody ought to love man. As long as you say you love God, you have to love man.
because it has, the Bible has said clearly, because how can you love God
When you don't love?
when you don't love your sister or your brother?
Okay, let's go to what are the things that we need to do to show that we love God?
Serving God,
Serving God,
worshiping,
worshiping God,
We have to obey the commandments that He
obey
gave.
the commandments of God,
Loving God,
loving God,
Loving God also takes this thing of preaching out His gospel to the people.
reaching out the gospel,
Yes.
that is doing his works.
Yes.
Okay, now that is the horizontal axis. Now, what does someone need to do to love someone else? Number one,
to give,
to give,
You need to pray with them.
pray with them,
encourage them.
encourage
care
them,
for them,
care for
You
them,
need to like do follow them up every time.
follow up,
Mind about them.
mind about. You know, we have a lot of people, churches that don't follow up.
Yes.
People come to church, but they don't follow them up, so they don't feel loved. That's why we have a lot of church prostitutes,
Yes.
because they keep moving from one church
to
to another, looking for someone who is going to love them.
Yes.
Okay, you have also said communication.
communication. Yeah.
No communication, no love.
Love. How can you love somebody you don't communicate to?
Oh my God. What else? What else?
The other thing is we need to support the needy.
Support the needy.
Yes.
Give them a lift when you have a car and they're on the road and they don't have a transport.
Yes.
You know, don't just put your windows up and tint it and just drive away. All right? Support the needy. Go and visit the sick.
Yes.
Visit the elderly.
Yes.
You know, do some community work as a church. Do you do community work?
Yes, we do.
Sometimes.
Clean the roads, clean the hospitals, visit the sick, visit the prisons,
Yes.
you know, things like that.
Yes.
That brings out the love.
Yes.
Okay, we just want to wrap this one up in your last words.
Like, I want to thank you for this opportunity you've given us to come here.
Okay?
And I'm encouraging everyone out there to show love to their neighbors.
Show love to your neighbors. Your name once again?
David Bravo.
David Bravo. Thank you so much. Yes, my dear.
I also want to thank all our viewers for sacrificing their time for us to listen to us. One thing I'm encouraging you is that this year try to be an example to the others that don't know Christ by
Showing love.
expressing love,
Wow.
to those that don't know, especially those people in the world, because for them they have another perception of love. But for us as we believers, you need to put out that love that you know to the world, so
Thank
that
you.
they will know who Christ is through your love to them.
Thank you. What's your name one more time?
Irene.
Irene. Thank you so much, Irene. Yes, sir.
This is the year 2018.
2018,
And
yes.
we are just still in the second week of the year. And I just pray that this year we make it about love. Let us mend the relationships that have been broken in the last year. Like if you have been a little bit far away from your friends, from your family, try to bring back that relationship. Try to bring back that love that has been lost. So, and to love God, let us do both things, like to balance both of them. Love God, love your neighbor.
Thank you so much. And your name?
Actually, it's one of
Achilles. Remind us, where is the church?
Bwebaja, around near Upright Stage.
Thank you so
That's
much.
where we are.
Thank you so much.
Thank
May
you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
It's been
And please
a
greet the
pleasure.
Cornerstone New City Church for me. I live around Chitende, so I will come
Wow.
and visit your church one of those days. And please call me. We will definitely come. Beloved, if you've just joined us, this is your favorite program, The Gospel Hype with Big Sam, and I'm just enjoying a moment with my guests right here today. I hope you're having a good time and God is still God in your life. We're going to a music break. This is Judith Babidia saying Afuga. We're coming back. And of course, before the show ends, I'll be also telling people that are celebrating birthdays this week, who is your birthday celebrity that you should look out for this wonderful week of the Lord. This is Gospel Hype with Big Sam.